Right, I'm joined by Cameron Picton from Black Midi in the Fulhamish Black Midi crossover that nobody asked for, but I'm very excited to do. I was chatting to Sammy, we were discussing the Venn diagram between Fulham fans and Black Midi fans, and we're trying to hit that sweet spot in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
all like 5 people.
Yeah, I was wondering, when you perform with Black Midi, have you ever looked out into the crowd and seen anyone in Fulham shirts or waving flags or anything?
I've seen Chelsea and QPR shirts, but no Fulham stuff.
That's unfortunate that they obviously didn't get the memo. I was saying to you earlier, I first realised that you were a Fulham fan because Cameron, when Black Midi performed for the gig posters he puts up, you design them all yourself, don't you?
Yeah, almost all of them.
You got any background in graphic design, or is it more of a kind of...
No, I don't know what I'm doing.
But there was one, it was Cannavaro after we'd been sent off, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the Europa League.
In the Europa League, wearing that gold Juventus shirt for a poster for a gig that they were doing in Turin. I was like, I know that expression anywhere. And then, yeah, it turns out, what's the connection again? You went to, you were at school with Jack and Joe?
Yeah. Like different, like I went to primary school with Joe and then I went to college with Jack. So, but they're both like neighbours, they both like grew up like walking distance away from me. Nice.
So how did you come to be a Fulham fan then, Cam? Your local lad?
Well, I'm from Wimbledon, so like guess southwest. Like when I was a kid, AFC Wimbledon stopped existing like when I was like 1, so there was no choice of
MK Dons.
Yeah. So there was no chance of supporting my actual local club. And then like Fulham did that Kids for a Quid thing, and it was like, okay, well, you know, I actually went to my first game with Joe, which was against Birmingham at like Boxing Day 2004 or something. And yeah, I was just kind of like, I mean, obviously when you're that small, everything seems so much bigger. And like now it's like, oh yeah, Craven Cottage is a small stadium, but it was like, oh, there's so many people, and it's like so big, it was like crazy. Yeah, so like whenever they had the like cheap tickets for kids thing, my dad would take me. And then like a few years later, especially the season of The Great Escape, got like really into it. And then the next season from there, had a season ticket, and then like have had a season ticket, sat in the same place since, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar way to how I became to support Fulham. You know, we had the cheap season tickets. I think it was like, had a season ticket, it was like 120 quid or something for the whole year. And then obviously the Europa League on is when everything kind of like came real. Do you remember much from that run? Did you go on any of the away fixtures, or were you at the home legs?
Went to the final, which was crazy. Obviously, I went to some of the home games for the group stage, and then I'm pretty sure I went to all of the home games for the knockout stage. So I saw the Juventus game, the Wolfsburg game, Shakhtar Donetsk. It was amazing, and obviously the Juventus game. Which I mean, that's like, it's kind of like, I'm sure it's embedded in everyone's memory, like the ball when Dempsey chipped it, like just kind of hanging in the air, and then go, oh, what the, you know. I've
always said that I was 15 years old when that moment happened, and I was like, I accepted as a 15-year-old, no matter how long I live and how long I'm a supporter of football or Fulham or whatever, I'm never going to witness better than that moment. It was just just epic.
Yeah, I mean, I was 10, so I was like when we lost the final, I was like, oh, now we'll get another chance. No way.
Have you ever, when you're on tour with Black Midi, have you ever played in the cities that Fulham did on that Europa League run? Obviously we had Turin that I mentioned earlier.
We played in Vilnius, which I think one of the teams, the first game that we did in the 2010 run. Oh, I kind of maybe getting it mixed up with the other run
when we were in the Fair Play League.
Yeah, the against that game. But there was one in Vilnius. Obviously, we played in Turin, played in Madrid a couple of times. Played in Hamburg like a couple times. Played in Rome. No. Have we played in Rome? We've done a lot of gigs.
Yeah.
I think we played in Rome once. And then, but do we play any French? Nah. It's kind of hard to keep track. It's like all the gigs we've done, and then like we actually have played a lot of games. Oh, nice wasp. So, what else? Yeah, we haven't played in Ukraine, which I kind of wanted to play, but obviously,
I mean, logistically difficult nowadays.
Not possible.
Sofia would be another one that would be quite good, wouldn't it? Oh, Basel.
We didn't
play Sofia. Basel.
We did play Sofia.
Oh yeah, we did.
We've played in. We, as in Black Midi, have played in Bulgaria and Czech Republic and Switzerland, but not in those cities.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I wanted to ask, if you got the opportunity to play at Craven Cottage, if you got a call from Alistair McIntosh and like, I want you to do a Black Midi gig at Craven Cottage, would you accept? Would you do that?
That's what I keep trying to say to like the management or whatever. It's like, if we got, what are we going to do for our big headline show? It's like, Craven Cottage.
Has there been inquiries made then?
Well, yeah. I mean, I reckon they should do it. Like, why not? It's like what they could probably sell. They could probably do like, you know, Gunnersbury Park vibe, like do a little festival sort of thing there, you know, get fucking the Strokes or some other random band to like play a festival, and then like just, you know, I don't think we're at headline level. We're just like, you know, further down, maybe get the like nice like sunset slot or something.
I mean, yeah.
But I don't think it would go down where the residents is the only thing.
Yeah, that's quite true though. I think you probably hear your gig in Roehampton if you were to do it at Craven Cottage. You could do a lineup with all the bands and acts that are Fulham fans. So it would be like the Maccabees fame. I'm not sure they're still playing. What are the other ones? There are quite a few.
But there's who example?
Example, yeah.
Okay. Example, the Maccabees reunion and Black Midi.
I mean, that's quite an eclectic lineup, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the reason I wanted to get you on, I just wanted to get a bit of a sense of your history supporting Fulham, some favourites throughout the years. So I wanted to ask, who was the first player, if you've ever had a player, have you ever had a player on the back of your shirt, and if so, who was the first one that you went for?
Mitrovic.
Is it Mitro?
Yeah, I got a shirt last season, and it was like the Brighton game, and before the game I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get a shirt, and like if like whoever scores the winner or whatever, I'm gonna get their name on the back of the shirt.
What would you say
Mitrovic.
was your
there you go,
your best from memory when you look back at your time? Obviously we touched upon the Juventus game. For you, is there no topping that one, or are there other moments? Doesn't necessarily have to be from that Europa League 2010 run, but moments when it really felt special. I mean, like in recent times, obviously we've got the Luton game, you know, the way that we won the Championship, big wins in the Premier League. What stands out to you?
Well, I missed both of the. Well, I've obviously missed the second one. I missed both of the playoff finals. So those, I think those would be like special games. But I obviously wasn't there, and like. What were you doing for the? I was playing a gig for the first one, and I remember it was funny because I was playing a gig and like it wasn't Black Midi, but Morgan, the drummer, was on it, and he supports Liverpool, and there was also the Champions League final that day. So it was, and also like it was during the game was the gig, so I got the text from my dad that Kearney had scored, and then like basically over the course of the gig it was like just
like in between songs,
like, checking if I've got any texts, like in between songs, like but yeah, like the Derby
Dennis
game was that when we went, Dennis Adoy, that I think that specific goal was a pretty special moment. There's also randomly in the last few years there's like a Swansea game that we played where Mitrovic scored like right in the last minute, and it was like they just had, I can't remember if they just missed a penalty or they just had like a penalty shout that was like definitely a penalty, and then like we ran down the other end last minute, and it was like the best header I've seen him score. Then obviously like all of the Europa League games, like Dempsey's goal, the Europa League final weirdly is like obviously a big one.
Did you do much before and after the game for that one? Because you would have been quite young at that point.
No, I think we went home pretty much straight after, but then like we had the next day, like just kind of walking around the town, like it's okay. I was like, I've been to Hamburg like a couple of times since, like 3 or 4. I think it's actually probably like the best town in Germany, but it seemed like so dead on that day. It was like, this place is shit. Like we just lost the Europa League final.
I suppose the game would have been on, I can't remember what day of the week it was. I think it was on a Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's at school.
Yeah, I remember
with Sats.
I mean, the sacrifices that you have to take. I remember when my dad asked, they were super cool. They were like, yeah. I think they even got a slight dig in. They were like, yeah, this is literally like a once in a lifetime. This is never going to happen again. So go ahead and go for it. So you mentioned you had your Mitrovic kit last year. What, if you look back throughout the annals of time, what was your favourite kit that you've
favourite
ever?
Kit?
It doesn't necessarily have to be one that you've owned, but there's been some mad ones over the years.
The kit when I first got the season ticket, 2008-09, that was really good. And then that was really good. And then the kit the next season was also really good. The blue kit, unfortunate colour, but that kit, the kit we played in the final is really good as well.
Yeah, well, the midnight blue.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about the season before when we just had it was just a plain white shirt with the V-neck.
With the black collar. No, that was the V-neck was the Great Escape kit, which is also that's like a school. It was like a school uniform vibe.
Yeah, it was a little bit funny. Wasn't it?
Then pretty much every kit we've had since I've not been that into. Last season's kit I was actually kind of into it. So that's why I bought it. I'm not that into this season's kit. There's some kits like in the 90s before I started going that I think are quite cool. Obviously the Pizza Hut kit, the GMB and the like Demon Internet kits are good.
Yeah.
And then like the like Pipex one with the red and the black on the side, similar to this kit, but that was good as well.
Yeah, I think that with this kit that they've currently got, they're trying to replicate the 2010 one with the black sleeves, but it's got this weird Adidas twist with the stripes, and I don't think it quite works.
It's got more of a vibe of the Pipex kit with the is that the one with where we beat Chelsea, the Luis Boamorte one?
Yeah, a classic. What are you saying about the pink one? You a fan?
It's kind of, I'm not against the pink, but it's just annoying. It's like kind of a horrible shade of it.
Yeah,
like
quite lurid.
It's like fluorescent. I mean, I don't know. Not yeah. So we had some terrible away kits recently.
The one last year was fucking butters. Was the mint one, the mint kind of like
that one.
Oh, I feel kind of bad as a bloke. So.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. I'm sorry, but it's shit. It's really bad.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. When you look back at your favourite teams that Fulham have had, what your favourite era for manager? Because obviously in recent years we've been blessed. We've had Slavisa, we've had Silva, we've had Hodgson. When you look back, who's your favourite manager era throughout your time supporting Fulham?
Probably has to be Hodgson. Yeah, it's just a shame he didn't stay for that one extra season. It's just a shame he went to Liverpool at all.
That's the thing. Do you not find though, like supporting Fulham, I feel everything happens in 3-year cycles because we have a little bit of success and then the vultures come swooping in. And
well, also most players that leave the club don't do that well afterwards as well. Everyone like when Dempsey left or whatever. There's only a few players that you can kind of look at that had like a kind of a sick career afterwards, or like a massive improvement that was like, yeah. But the Jokanovic era, that was good. Obviously ended in like a really terrible way. That was like one of the worst seasons. Silva, I think this whole maybe Marco will go at the end of the year. Who knows? But this whole stretch has been good.
You're a season ticket holder, Cam. You sit in Johnny Haynes. Did you say Johnny Haynes? Have been for many years. Are you going on? Have you got any plans to go to any away games this year? Do you ever get onto the Rattler on an away day on a Saturday?
I was at the Arsenal game because a friend who is an Arsenal fan had a spare season ticket. So I went to that game and I spent the whole game wishing I was in the Fulham end. I haven't been to an away game probably since like before touring with the band. Basically, I mean, to be honest, touring pretty much means that I couldn't really like book anything in advance or whatever, and it's kind of like only on the week do I even know if I can come to a home game. So now I get to chill out a bit more. I'll probably make an effort to go to a few. I mean, what was the season we went down the first time? I went to quite a few of the home away games because they had the subsidised tickets. So I went to like the Aston Villa game. I went to the Stoke game where we actually got relegated.
That was bleak. I remember.
And I went to a
watching.
couple of others that I can't remember, but yeah. So I used to go to a lot more when I was younger, but not in the last like 5 years.
Yeah, you're a busy man jetting across the world, so it's understandable. You might not make it to all of them. So I was just wondering. So I've seen you play like a number of times now, and one of the things that I really look forward to when I see Black Midi gigs is you chuck in some really random covers. So I've seen you do everything from Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush. Killing in the Name. You've done some Odd Future ones as well. I saw you once do a cover of "Oh When the Saints" as well. Was that inspired by the Fulham chant?
No. I mean we just obviously from school. Like Jack will know that basically the vibe of that school is that you just learn covers.
Right.
You just do it for like 2 years. So we kind of like had got it down to pretty easily, just like learning a song, and also just to be honest, a lot of it's quite spontaneous. You just play it on the spot, like start playing the riff.
So you don't even plan?
No, like the Kate Bush one was planned, and some of them are planned. Like we did a Pink Floyd one, and we did like a Neil Young one the other day, but most of the time it was just like playing some like funny ass riff in the middle of the show. It's like, okay, well let's just like go to the next bit and the next bit or whatever. So and like I'm playing bass, so it's like I don't really have to like play the proper part. It's like no one actually knows what the bass line to most of the songs is. You just go like bum 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 bum, like something like that,
Yeah, you just go with it. Any plans to like crowbar some sneaky Fulham chants into a set?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really like that many like tuneful songs.
Free from the zone, maybe.
It's not when you're like trying to like get a really exciting moment in the gig, you're like, oh, you're just too good to be. It's a bit, it's fun at the end of the song, but like there's a reason they got to get the Muse version than like the original.
I can imagine Geordie breaking into that. His voice would suit it quite a lot.
Yeah.
So what's next on the horizon for the band just before we wrap up? And I assume that there'd be a lot of people who watch our channel. It might be the first time hearing about Black Midi, so I do highly recommend you check them out. It's the Venn diagram in Fulham that we're trying to expand on. But yeah, what's next for the band? What you got?
We got some touring coming up, and then probably just chilling out for a bit. We're going to doing like 3 shows in America, and then we're doing a Latin America tour, which will be cool. I get to scout out all of like the Brazilian players that we're not going to sign in January.
Yeah. Come back with the Cameron Picton scout report.
I'll do a little agent Cam.
You should definitely try and get to some football game when you're out there, because they absolutely live for it, don't they?
Well, they have their season like March to, I think hopefully they have their season in like opposite to us. It's like March to November, so it might be the end of the season. So yeah, it would be cool. Imagine we could go to like Boca Juniors or something. That would be good.
You go to River Palette, Boca Juniors derby. That would be quite something.
To look up the dates.
Yeah, Cameron, thanks so much for your time, man.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.